You're looking at me funny, said Hot. Oh, um, Nicola turned from him and collided loudly with the quest map, waking up Bourgeois, who darted around as if he had been fired out of a cannon. You had a fly in your hair. Shouldn't you be checking on Sophie? Shouldn't you be giving her back her quest map? Said Hot. I found it like this, said Nicola. Spoken like a first year. Yet the historian wrote me into this quest and not you, said Nicola. A festive first year, said Hot. You have no idea, said Nicola. Hot wasted his brows. Nicola stared into his beautiful velvet brown eyes. I would have answered your letters, said Hot. You read them? For real? Nicola asked. Yeah, but I thought they were pranks. Oh. I liked them though. Everything you just said, you could have written back to me, said Nicola. Hot blinked at her. You're not much of an ever. Because I don't look like a princess, Nicola asked, hurt. I mean, I know they all look a certain way. Because you're better than a princess, said Hot, moving closer to her. And that's uniform. Nicola turned the color of her dress. Well, seeing this is the only outfit I own at the moment, and that I'm not going to be in the woods very long. Hot cocked his head. I need to get home to my father, Nicola explained, wishing she could lay her head on his shoulder. Even if I wanted to stay, even if I had good reason. Your dad comes first, said Hot definitively. Nicola sighed. He understands. Not just because Hot was a sensitive soul, but because, from what Nicola had read, he had been close to his dad too. Is it weird meeting people you have read about? He asked, as if sensing her thoughts. Do you feel like you know me because you have read about me? Nicola gazed at him. I thought I did. Hot went quiet for a moment. Then he said, I don't only like blonde, skinny girls, you know. Nicola's lips turned to jelly. That's not for a student's eyes, a voice said. Sophie cut between Nicola and Hot, instantly shrinking the quest map into the file and clasping it around her own neck. Agatha should be more careful leaving a dean's property around. Hot, will you go wake her up? Actually, me and Nicola were... Thank you, darling, Sophie said, giving him a peck on the cheek. Hurry off now. Hot frowned and walked towards the galley, touching his kiss the cheek. Whole world's gone mad, Nicola heard him murmur. I feel like we've started badly, Nicola, said Sophie, facing her. We are going to have to work together, and right now, you and I are... Sophie stopped because her mongoose had hopped onto Nicola's shoulder. Sophie glared at him, slit-eyed. I don't know whether it's because you have read stories about me, or because you keep insisting that we have met before. We have met, Nicola said. You wrote me a review of my father's pub in the timepaper and said, if the nuts crumble is any indication, it's time government moved it on to more sophisticated cuisine. Sophie waved dismissively. Well, I'm sorry if I insulted your father's nuts. It was my nuts crumble, said Nicola. I made it. And had I known that, I would have said it was delightful, Sophie chimed. In any case, you can return home as soon as our quest is finished, and you'll bake all the crumbles you like. But until then, I really do want us to be friends. Nicola was stupefied. Whenever she had read about Sophie, she had always been frustrated that no one in the story stood up to her. But here she was in front of the girl who was brazenly insulting her to her face, and all she could do was laugh. See, that's better, Sophie cooed cozily. And don't think I haven't noticed that Professor has taken a liking to you. You two seem to be quite fond of each other. Naughty girl. Well, if you're not interested in him, I certainly am, said Nicola. I see, Sophie chuckled. Then, like a switch had flipped, her face clouded over. See, that's the thing. To say something like that, and to a dean no less, are highly inappropriate. Hoss is a teacher, and you are a student. It doesn't matter that she's hardly older than you, and is as much as a teacher as I am a haunted child. Anyone knows teachers can't be crummy with students. Besides, Hoss already chose his true love long ago, and it's not like she's going anywhere, is she? So if I were you, I'll focus on helping us complete our quests and getting home to your dear father as soon as you can. Nicola felt as if she had been slapped. Sophie was already walking away. Come, bourgeois. Mother has fresh nuts for you. This time, the mongoose followed, its loyalty easily bought. Nicola watched them go, flowing with emotions. For one thing, she knew from reading that the girl was a master manipulator. And yet, as much as she hated to admit it, Sophie was right. Nicola couldn't stay in this world much longer, even if she wanted to. So, despite the fact her dreamy fantasy hunk had just flirted with her, keeping her distance from Hoss seemed both prudent and practical.